Sports on Air. Magandang umaga, tanghali, gabi, saan man sulok kayo ng mundo nanonood. At ito na naman, Sports on Air, special edition naman tong gaganapin natin ngayon. At syempre, the usual cast ang kasama ko ngayon. Ako po si Ernest Hernandez ang magiging main, parang moderator na rin, host na rin. Kung ano man, pati labandero, kaya natin gawin yan. But anyway, ngayon sa Sports on Air, kumuha ako ng mga rest back para sa episode na to. Unahin natin ang ating mga YouTube sensations. Unang-una, ang isang eBay historian as well, PH Sports Bureau.
Well, welcome back mga kabasketball at sana po ay nasa mabuti kayong kalagayan. Maganda po ang ating pag-uusapan ngayon at natutuwa kami na makakasama namin kayo muli.
And syempre, ang isa sa mga mga pinakamaraming subscribers sa Pilipinas in terms of basketball content, nandyan si 3D Hoops.
Ayun, nagbabalik ulit. Saka, syempre, special. Hindi lang pwede isa, dapat dalawa, tatlo. Kaya special to. Tatlo ang bibigay namin sa inyo ngayong araw.
Abangan niyo po yan. At syempre, kasama rin natin our PB Encyclopedia, Coach Emerson Golina.
Ay, magandang gabi sa inyo dyan sa Maryland at magandang gabi sa atin dito sa Pilipinas. Kaya nag-cup ako kasi hindi classic para hindi makita yung puting buho ko. Good evening sa inyo lahat.
Siyempre, yun yung maganda talaga dito sa mga interview dito no, na yung magkaganda sa pandemic dati niyayaya pa namin sa radyo. Dahil dito, tumatawid na tayo ng ibang bansa at makakasama natin sa episode na to from the USA, Coach Eric Quintana. Coach Eric.
Okay, magandang umaga at gabi sa inyong lahat. Welcome back and then thank you for having me here. So just stay tuned. We have a good episode today. Thank you.
Ayan na si Coach Eric, pag nag-telebabad kami, talagang 3 oras kung kahit anong timeline. Kahit anong timeline magkasama kami yan. And of course, PBA legend Alex Crisano is with us. Alex, how are you doing, brother?
Siyempre, magsaya-saya nasama dito. And of course, to share and to listen more than I talk. So, it's going to be a good episode and it's going to be great, legendary once again. Living proof. That's all I got to say. Thank you for having me.
Living proof is right here with us, and also everyone has their own living proof within themselves.
Amen.
And our guest for today, hindi lang isa, 3 ang kasama natin. Pero uunahin natin ang pinakapuno ng mga bunga. Kasama ulit natin si Coach Louie Brill. Coach Louie, magandang umaga sa inyo. Nandun kayo.
Magandang umaga rin naman dito. At magandang gabi dyan. At salamat sa pag-imbita muli sa akin at papanayamin nyo ang aming kabuhayan at I mean, ano ko sa Tagalog. So, yung tutumahan ng aking dalawang anak. So, salamat at magkapanayam muli tayo.
Iyon, medyo lumalalim ang Tagalog natin, sir. Nasasanay na. Nasasanay na ulit.
Sobrang silalim. Sobrang silalim yun eh.
You know?
But anyway, Sir Louie, baka gusto niyong pakilala ito, mga future PBA players po natin ngayon. At syempre, kung anong puno, siyang bunga. Kung anong galing, nandun din nakuha ng mga anak. Pakilala niyo naman sa amin, Sir Louie, ang inyong mga bunga.
Opo. Ito, papakilala ko ang aking anak na si Louie Brill III. At ang sa kanan ko naman, si Loren. Si Louie ay 25 years old and turning to 26 July. And then si Loren, 24 years old ng January. So sila ay kasama natin.
Oh, belated happy birthday. Belated happy birthday, brother.
Yun. But anyway, no, ang gusto namin makilala yung mga anak nyo. At siguro unahin natin yung mas panganay.
Oh, sige.
Okay. Louie Brill III. How do we call you? Lou or
sa Pilipinas, they call me LB.
Louie Boy.
LB the third.
Louie Brill. LB.
LB the third.
Okay. Sige, and tell us about yourself. This is not the first time that you were in the Philippines. We saw you play in the PBA D-League, and we saw you play for the national team as well.
Yes, I have. I've actually started early with the whole Philippine basketball. My dad introduced it to me when I was 15, when he had asked me if I wanted to try out for the RP team in Indiana in the US over here. So they were doing their yearly training, bringing out the RP team, preparing them, I guess, for, I think that year was the Siaba tournament for the under 16. And my dad asked me if I wanted to try out. And that's where I got a glimpse of the Philippine style of basketball. And then from there, I just it was always a dream of mine to play in the Philippines, follow my dad's footsteps. And after mid-college, I was able to go to San Beda for 1 year. But then we parted ways, unfortunately. And then I decided to join the D-League. And then I was able to play under Koy Banal and Joel Banal sa Marinerong Pilipino. And then after that stint, I was able to be a practice player under Coach Pedro Herencio sa Northport Batang Pierre. And as well as I was practicing with him, I was playing D-League under Coach Renzi Bahar sa Diliman Preparatory School.
Sa Diliman. Yeah. Nag-Metro League ka ba? Nag-Metro League ba siya, Coach Emer? Hindi, no? Hindi nakasama. Kasi sumasalit lang si Renzi Bahar, yung team niya. No, but anyway, let's go. So yung mas bunso naman, ewan ko lang kung how do we call you? No? How do we call you? What's your formal name that we or the nickname that we can call you?
People usually call me Lo Brill, because Loren, that's my name, Loren. But it's just shorter. It's flows off the tongue easier. So I can't speak to Tagalog, so you have to pardon my English. So I'm learning as we go. But you guys can just call me Lo or just Loren. That's fine.
So we have Lo and LB. It's like, oh my God, I'm sure you're better tandem than the Ball family.
Hey,
Lavar is no different. Lavar is different from your father.
hey,
Yeah, most definitely is.
My wife put everybody to LB. All my girls, LB. I have 2 girls, Lindsay Brill, Loren Brill, Loren Brill, Louie Brill. All LB.
Yeah, it's like yeah, the Ball brothers as well are all LBs, but that's a striking coincidence right there. Anyway,
that is
anyway,
definitely.
okay. It is good to have you guys all here, but of course, let's go to the father. Coach Louie, paki-describe naman yung mga laro ng mga anak niyo.
Okay. Ever since they are young, I kind of like guide them how to become a point guard, and of course shooting guard as well. So I go to Louis the third. He is more a facilitator, a true point guard that can see the entire court, and she have some kind of like good leadership in his team when we have his team over here in North American basketball, and we always capture championship through his leadership, because granted they have under different coaches, and sometimes I coach them as well. He able to run the show, to a guy, his teammate. And one time that really tested his ability, to lead the team, when there's a Baltimore elite, which is a selection of Baltimore kids, the AAU, and majority of them are 6'6", 6'7". They can dunk here. And I have an Asian team, which is our tallest height is 6'3". And through his guidance to the team, they able to beat them, because they put their smartness how to beat the tall kids. The tall kids always want to dunk the ball, score 2 points, and then he guided his teammate to beat 2 points by what? Shooting threes. So he set it up, let the guy by him run wings, always move the ball. So that type of player he is. He kind of like facilitator and everything. So that's I can see he got my view. And Loren, he have that ability also, but he is more power. He love to do some penetration, kind of like fly here, fly there, and then the speed is really giving kind of like once he bring the ball, bam bam, he will beat everybody. And he proven that also, that he can do it when Louis invited him to play in Northport as a practice player, and he able to kind of like feel how the PBA players be. And then when he come back here in ODU with 3 years experience that he got, he end up putting himself to always 110% every time from practice to the game. That's his mentality. So that's the two different personality at the same time through point guard. Loren have more power, which is my ability to able to describe myself, seeing him by doing some power, kind of like dunking, really jump high. And then facilitator, he got that, but Louis Bohr is more on that I can compare his way of bringing the entire team and able to win the game. So they are teammate before as well. So we captured a lot of championship here.
Okay, Alex,
well, of course, I'm gonna get into
the first
this.
question right here. You know what these kids are gonna go into.
Of course. I'm just gonna ask straight off the bat. I mean, do you really, when your father speaks about yous, is it to the T that he says how he describes yous as them type of players?
I'll go first. Yeah, it's
yeah. Whoever wants to go first. Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll start. I'll go first in that order. But
yeah,
I think he hits the nail on that, saying that that's the way we play, because he was there from the start and he's just been there through the entire journey. So I believe, besides us knowing our game, I feel that he's the next person to tell it how it is, how we play, what we need to work on, and how we can improve.
Great to hear.
Yeah.
LB?
Yeah, feeding off of what my brother said, I mean, my dad, he's the one who introduced us to the game. He taught us these styles of playing. Like, the way he describes it actually is the best fit for me. I mean, he knows my game sometimes better than I do when I'm on the court. He knows what's my next move compared to some of these other coaches, where he feels like, of course, he's that dad on the sideline helping me out, but he knows what's right for me and what's the best situation for me, understanding that I might be forcing the issue on one play, and then he says I need to go back to this play, and understanding that and to describe it the way he did is just spot on for me. And I think
that's right.
Accurate.
Well, you know what they say, father knows best when it comes to sports. Definitely he's a legend. He has a legacy in the Philippines. He's not going to sit there and blow smoke up your asses. I believe he knows a lot of stuff, and the stuff that he's teaching you, you should absorb it, because, like I said, I did my little research on your father, and the way he explains, how he explains how you play and represent the Brill in the family culture, I think you could take it to the next level. I really believe that if you already have your foot in the door, the next level is how you're going to take it there. How you gonna carry that torch? Are you gonna carry it in pride? Don't let the ego, don't let the fame, don't let the the blind stuff ruin what the legacy of what your name is. Coming from me, I'm just saying this because I want you to know that you will get blinded. You will have this time when they will say that's Louie Brill's kids, and you're gonna be on top. Now you're making a name for yourself. Now you're living legacy of your father. How do you think you're going to be able to deal with that? Like, the next step is to be in the limelight, and being in the limelight in the Philippines, it could be a downfall or it could be an upbringing. How would you handle that?
I think I could speak on both of us, saying that we kind of built a family, like a cultural value, in the sense that we're never higher than others, but at the same time, we're never lower. That we treat every person, and we kind of hold those morals, those characteristics with us everywhere we go. So this, me, I always had the idea of greeting everyone you see every day. So even though it's even if it's the janitor, you get the same amount of time, you get the same amount of respect, nothing more, nothing less. And that's kind of the standard we built. So I feel like when we there, it's easier now, especially since I'm gonna have my brother and then obviously my family coming in and out, that they can keep me on the ground and realize, like, hey, like, at the end of the day, this could all end. So you got to realize you got to make the most of the opportunity, and you got to understand that you're kind of paving the next way, the next generation. So once you start understanding, like, it's bigger than me, it's for a lot more other people than myself. So
very well said, brother. Very well said. I respect that, because when I spoke to your father, he told me his whole beginnings, his humble beginnings. Me and him, we shared something. When I look back, because I just love to play, I love the fans, I love the people. This is the thing. We look back, and like when he said this to me, was like, wow, I did this, I did that. This is the passion that you have that you don't recognize. So when me and your father connected there, I was like, yeah, he's definitely gonna breed his sons the right way. And that's something you have to cherish. I mean, the good thing about this is that your father's gonna be there. Your father's gonna be there, your family's gonna be there for you. So whatever speed bumps you're gonna hit during this travel in life of basketball, your father's going to be there, your mother's going to be there, your sisters are going to be there. And that's what counts. Staying humble, giving back, never think you're better. That's 100% right. What how your father and your family raised you. I wish I can go back and create those things, but life goes on and you grow. You grow. You don't look they never look back. You grow from every downfall. Like Dwayne Wade says, fall down 8, get up 9. You know, there's so much more to come. And the both of yous, I can't wait to see what you bring to whatever you put yourself into. If it's either the ABL, the representing the Philippine team, the PBA, I definitely will be there watching, and it's something good to watch. If you are a legacy of a living legacy kids, that you are going to bring that, and I'm happy to meet you, and like I said, to sit here and ask questions.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Okay, I'll throw the mic to the Brill brothers right here.
Yes,
Since
right.
you guys are gonna go into the PBA, do you have any questions for the legend right here on what you guys you're gonna take in the PBA? Now is the chance to ask Alex Cresano about the PBA.
You want her first?
Oh,
there's a lot. Yeah, I got a lot because I've kind of always, I think like Alex was saying, that just be a sponge and kind of absorb knowledge. And I kind of carried the mantle across like my career. And I think immediately, first off, like how quick was it for you to adjust to the game? Because I already could tell, like when I'm playing here, it's less physical. It's less, I would say it's more calculated moves compared to here where it's go, go, go. How long did it take you to, and did you bring your game from here, from America, exactly the same, or you had to adjust it?
This is one thing I'll relate to you. Never take anything personal. This is the game where you're going to a different culture, which is your own culture, but you were mostly raised here. I love the physical part, but when I went to the Philippines, there was so much me being young and just me not caring about the physicality. It turned into being really physical and dirty. Tactics was very cheap. I didn't disrespect them. I absorbed it. I was like, okay, that's how you play. I got something for that. I got something to balance it out with. If you're gonna play dirty, I'm gonna go to the weight room, push more weights, get more physically strong. So now when I go there to play against you, whatever dirty tactic you got, it's not gonna affect me, and it's gonna ruin your game. Now my game is gonna keep going. So how I looked at it was like, oh, he's a dirty player. I'd be like, okay, I got something for you. I would never, and you can ask your father this, you would never take things personal when you're on that court. You're on the court to do your job. And that's exactly what I'm going to say to you is never take it personal. This is your roots of your blood. This is your family. This is what you represent the Philippines for, is to be ready for whatever obstacle or challenge is being thrown in front of you. Just go with it, learn from it, grow with it,
Let me interject on that one, since your experience is kind of like wide as well, and with my experience through a 2 cents in this topic, what I can explain is you need to play whatever challenges that you encounter in the court. Don't mind that, because being a good player, they're going to throw a lot of dirty.
Of course.
And once you entertain that, you're gonna end up eliminating your game plan. So
that's right.
My advice is just keep playing, and like what you said, you make yourself ready. Go to the weights, things like that. No matter how hard you get hit, you're able to come back. And they are the one ruining their games, because their mentality is not in the game. It's just
them coming there. You should be leveling up.
And that's why, I can, bring this, to our viewers as well as to my two kids.
That's right.
Play your game, focus in your game, because no matter
right.
how bad tactics they are, if you are ready, you have some ammunition, to counter, those attack. So
That's right.
with attack is your ability to play better. And it happened to Michael Jordan when he played with Detroit, against Detroit. They are bad boys.
Yeah, the Michael Jordan rules.
Able, to win the game. So what he did, he plays practice so hard and prepare,
That's
those punches that he going to absorb throughout the game. And after that, he learned those things. He able to capture the championship because he focused game and the way he prepared himself. So don't bug your mind, to become a dirty players. Just play your game.
That's right. Just play your game. That's the only thing I can tell you is that every time that that I was playing against a team, I caught a couple of they had scouting reports. And one team left their scouting report right after we were coming in to practice. And I read it, and it said a lot of great things about me. And I was just like, damn, I didn't know I was that type of person. Like, he's physical, he runs the floor fast, his screens, he rolls quick. Stop him from boxing him out. Don't let him get rebounds. Don't let him dunk on you. Don't let him get the crowd going, because after that, the game is over. He's going to go crazy. So these are the things that I didn't see I was doing. This is what I'm saying. This is the passion that I had for my position, my job title. So I just accepted everything. I was a sponge. When Coach Ron Jacobs told me, this is your role, Alex. When Alan K. Dick says, we don't need shooters. We need someone that's like you, a physical bruiser, a factor that's going to change the game speed. I took everything and I put it into one basket, and I was like, this is mine. I gotta master this. Controversy, people that don't understand basketball. Oh, he's not a. So I was like, all right, whatever, but I'm doing my job. At the end of the day, as long as you listen to the coach.
Like Rodman.
Yes. At the end of the day, as long as the coach tells you what you got to do, you master that. Even if it takes away something from you, show them that you're versatile. That's exactly what I did. So that's a challenge for me, because I came from New York City being a slasher shooter to going to the Philippines becoming a center. Took away a lot of my game, but I also gained a lot of respect because I was just physical. I accepted my role. I gave the team whatever they deserved, whatever they wanted. I gave the fans, and I was happy with my results. And that's one thing I can just relate to you. You know, your father's definitely hitting it on the nail when he's saying that, you know, you don't step your level. If you're here, then they send in the dirty guy to come in to hit you here, to bring you down. Nah, you let that guy try to come up to you. It's not going to work, because you're mentally tough. And that's what you got to do. I mean, you know, Louie, he played with the RP team. He played with the NBA. He played with he played with the PBA, the what do you call the Northport. He practiced with them. He played with the RP. You're going to see this. It's going to be like right away, they're going to challenge you. So you got to be ready. If they're going to challenge you, you may not speak the language is perfect, but they're going to say things when you're not looking. So seek out, you know, hit him with your elbow, see what he does. You know, it's part of the game. And even here in the States, they'll do that. I mean, you know that. Even here, let's see what this guy's about. Is he mentally tough, physically tough? They'll tell you to your face, because they'll be like, let's see what type of person you are. Yeah. They challenge you. And I think you're ready. And that, like I said, your father's a legend. He has a great legacy that he left, and he's still living, and he can still share it with you. So I can't say no more than what he already knows, because he lived it too. He's holding a trophy next to legendary people. I didn't do that, you know. but I played basketball, so I know what it feels like, you know.
LB, you have a question for Alex?
Yeah, I actually do. So you spoke and touched on about physically getting prepared, you know, meeting these guys, surpassing them, those senses. But how did you like mentally prepare yourself for a game or when you had a new season coming up? Because just say your past season, you didn't do so great, you didn't do great as a team. How did you not only mentally prepare yourself, but mentally prepare, I guess, your team so you build that camaraderie amongst each other so that you could have a better season and, you know, you could just get the results you guys wanted?
Oh, that is a good question. What I did was, when nobody was around me, I would definitely go to the weight room, let all my frustration out, work with bodybuilders, work with athletes that were doing like deadlifts, professional deadlift people, and I would just work out with them. Just go to the gym, Gold's Gym. Then after that, I would go to practice, and I would just look at the point guards and say, the only way to get out of this hole is to practice like we play. We got to practice like we play. We got to get ready. And those type of situations brought out the worst in everybody. But when the game time came, they were prepared. So now whatever dirty tactic or whatever type of game plan they had, we played physical in practice. We were dog tired in practice. We set the bar in practice. The coaches pushed us as far as us almost fighting. And I never backed down. And that's not because I'm a tough guy. It was just my attitude. You got to keep that attitude, win or lose. You cannot have that attitude just when you win. You got to have that attitude when you lose. You got to have that building and just keep the team together as much as possible. Give them the confidence that you're willing to work on something that you messed up on. Let them know you're hey coach, listen to the team. I stood up and I always spoke. I always said, I want to say my bad. I should have boxed out this import. I know that rebound was very important. I will work on that. That was my. So when you show that you were willing to take somewhat of a blame, but you know, take it and work on your game, they're gonna definitely let you grow. That's what I used to do. Every time there was something that I messed up on or something that I want to make my team become more together, I would make sure that I would work on those things and bring my team and be vocal, not just in practice, but in the dugout. All right, guys, you know, we got to get this shit together. And that's exactly what I would say. I don't care if you want to look at me like this, but man, I can't be the only one crashing the boards. There's 5 of us. Come on. I'm boxing. I'm going against 2 people. I'm going against 6'9" people. Going against, you got to have. So when you start talking like that, they start understanding. It's not because you're better. It's because you want to build that camaraderie, that teamwork. And that's exactly what I did. I think that's what kept me in the league for 13 years was that type of, I'm boxing this guy out. You do your job. Let's run. Let's keep pounding it. And I always get excited when I say this. So they would look at me, be like, yo, we got to follow him. We got to do what he does. So I always set the bar, but at the same time, I never disrespected none of my teammates. Never, ever have I said, I never cursed them. I cursed them, but I never cursed them to embarrass them. I cursed them to motivate. Let's go, mother, you know, to get them going. You know how it is in the States. You know how you get everything going. So that type of mentality I brought, but I also had to respect the culture. I also had to embrace it, understand it too. I'm coming there with a different physical game. I'm also learning. So I couldn't think that I was better. I couldn't think because I'm from America, I'm better than you. I played against this one. No, I came in there. Okay, let me see how they do it. Let me see how I can correct myself. Let me see how I can fit in to their system. So that's exactly what I did, you know. And it was every week I'd have to learn something. Every week, you know, it just don't stop. It don't stop. If it was either showbiz I did or something, it kept me in the limelight. This is the thing I was saying before. stick to basketball. Your father knows best. I mean, I'm telling you something. If
Yeah.
you're good-looking kids like you are, and you're going to be, doing some good things with basketball, limelight comes with it. And they're going to be doing some portfolios, get you in magazines, you at the beach with holding a basketball. It's going to build you to be bigger. And then that time, you're going to have to choose. Is it basketball or limelight or fame? Is it the passion? Is it going to... So these are the things that I have to share with you, is you can't have both. And they're going to tell you that. And even your father will tell you that. You can't have both. You can't. You got to choose one. Probably towards the end of your career or the middle of it, where you can actually have a little time to give back, which I would think that you should run a foundation for basketball instead of doing things like modeling or doing TV shows. Or if you're going to promote something, yeah, you do TV shows. But how I used to keep myself, when I used to bounce back from something, I would just lock in and go to the gym, and I would beat myself up to almost, injuring myself because I felt bad that I let my team down. And there was some times that I hit some walls. What you're going to do? So yeah, that's exactly what I did. And it kept going. It just kept moving. And you're going to learn this. You're going to learn this when you get there. You already been there. Loren's going to get there. But your father, oh my gosh, I mean, at all people, he lived the years of it was like nothing but fighting, He knows. But when I came into the league, that's when Big J just retired, and it was still a physical fighting league. So now it's different, and I wish you nothing but the best. I just love sharing my stories with you and how to keep it, because these are the things you're gonna need.
Alex, I gotta attest that you when you come here, you don't brag that you're from America. You're gonna get it from other players. Someone came to us just for a practice game. In halftime, I said to him, "Hey, you got a good game." You know what he said? Of course, I'm from America. That's what he said. So it lit us up. After the second half, it lit us up. We had great defense on him. He didn't score much. He scored a bit, but it's gonna lit up your other players around.
That's right.
Brag that into their faces. But I want to throw this now because one of the coaches that actually coached Alex is right here in this call right here, Coach Emerson Corina. Okay, Coach Emerson, ikaw naman magtanong. What do you want to ask these two guys right here? And mind you guys, this guy is also assistant PBA coach, so he knows what it takes to get there. Now, Coach Emer, this is like a job interview. What will you ask these guys?
Wala akong itatanong, no? But I saw the video of the younger Brill, no? He's faster than his father. The way he play. And totoo yan, and that's true. And Louie Brill III, I saw him in our tune-up in remember in Azur. Yeah, I was there. I know that time you're still on adjustment period. Siguro you're surprised that you're playing and as a practice player of a PVA team. I know if ever lacks with you to be in the PBA, that's your advantage to the other player in the draft pool, no? Na you already taste how the PBA play. And your other advantage is you're used to play with a taller player. Not like Confair here and those high jump na player na consider na matataas tumalon, di ba? The height and heft with the guidance of your dad, I know you can make it. And good luck to both of you.
Yon. He will send his recommendations. Okay, Aldrin and Mark, you have a question for the guys right here. Aldrin?
Actually, for me, I will just make this speech because baka maunahan pa tayo. Gusto ko dito na mauna. Siguro, are you familiar with Derek Rose? The Derek Rose tagline with Stacey King. So, too big, too strong, too fast, too good. Now, in the PBA, if you're two play together, if somehow it will be happen, hopefully, I will make sure this is the tagline. Too strong, too fast, too big, too brill. Because the brill in Tagalog is brilliant. Ang galing.
Yan.
There you go.
Translate that. That's the tagline. So, unahan ko na sino yung announcer ng PBA. Saan dito nyo na una nakinig yun? Too strong, too fast, too big, too brill.
Yan. There you go. See, that's my guy right there. That's my guy.
May gusto kong ibatong tanong.
Tagline. Younger Brills. So if in case you luckily you get in, how do you guys plan to survive in the league, and what do you think you need to do to have a long and successful career?
I think for longevity and having a successful career, I think first we have to learn. I think we have to actually be a student of the game and learn from others, see where guys like Alex, other veterans, where they gone wrong when the first year, they could do it back. Because I feel like moving on, there's always something that somebody knows that could help you out. And I feel that if we understand that, and if we understand what our coach wants from us and our roles on the team, I think that could be a part, because there's no doubt that we play to 110%. We give everything. And at the end of the day, we love the game, that there's nothing we're going to put over that. And I think at the end of that's the recipe for success.
Okay. And one other thing is, once you get in, you guys are already going to taste, the kind of the level of physicality in the PBA and the brand of basketball here in the Philippines. And since you're joining this year's PBA draft, if you ever get in, let's say, are you ready to to be pounded by the likes of Belga and Nabong and Abuela? I guess, guys, you already heard of them.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm ready. I mean, I had my fair share with Kelly Nabong over there practicing.
Okay.
Out there.
You got baptized.
Yeah. So I mean, that was the one thing I learned is the bigger guys. Si sa D-League team ko, doon si Jeff Havillonor, si Alvin Pasool, si Barkley Bonya sa Alaska. So it's a lot of si Abu Trotter then, sa PBA D-League teams ko. So I learned a lot that there's going to be a lot of banging, pero I need to just play through it. Like Alex said, you get that cheap shot, you move on to next play. There walang bad feelings talaga sa practice naman, pero we're still a team, and it's one of those where you just have to push through and just play better and just play your game at the end of the day. So I'm definitely ready to getting banged up by those guys.
Okay, looking forward to see you guys on the receiving end.
On the receiving end. You know what they say? Let me say a little thing. It says, they say a family that prays together stays together, right? A team that fights together. That's what Ginebra has, embedded on me. That, you fight in practice, you fight with the team. When you go out there and play against other teams, you fight like it's nothing. It's it. And then you're going to celebrate it and I like that. Too Brill. Like that. I like that. I like that. Too Brill. You ain't too Brill. I like that. That's catchy, man. I mean, make it big, man. I'll be supporting you. Make some t-shirts. Keep it Brill. Keep it Brill. You know what I'm saying?
If there's a Bruce Brothers, we have a Brill Brothers there.
That's it.
Coach Eric.
Enjoy this, man.
Okay.
Nakita mo na tong dalawang to, no?
Of course.
And syempre, you can vouch for them, but You have a question for these incoming
Well,
rookies.
yeah. For the two, I just want to for now. I already want to congratulate you guys. I know you're gonna be you're gonna get through that, and you'll be able to play in the mainstream. I just wanted to have a simple question to Louis Boy. That like, how is it now? How does it feel now that your brother will be now joining you into the Philippines? Like you've been there for just being with you. And for Loren, like I know what you can bring to the table, bro. I mean, but watching your kids since you were young, playing, and I just want you to, just like be who you are. I know. I mean, they will know who you are once you get there. But how is your, how's the preparation for you guys both, trying to help one another. I know your brother Louis Boy helping you, letting you know what you're about to what you're about to see. How is it going to be different in the Philippines than what you're playing? So what are your expectations?
For me, I mean, it's definitely gonna be a lot different when Lauren will be there. Kasi dati I have to hold myself accountable sa practice, sa games, sa schedule ko. Pero ngayon, he's here to help me out. And, I could do the same thing for him. So with that, it's going to be one of those where granted we'll have a bad game or a bad day. At least I'll be able to talk to him about it because being that transition I made coming into the Philippines, the one thing I wasn't able to have was an outlet to talk to someone there. Because, the time difference, Filipinas to here is 12 hours. So if I wanted to talk to someone, I would have to wait. Or if the family's busy, it's going to be tough to talk to them. And they don't understand the situation that, I would be going through. But at least Lauren will be there for me, going through the same practices like me, the same training, the same coaches. It's going to be the same thing. At least we'll be there to help each other out through the hardships of it and being able to at least just to be better each and every day we can be.
Coach Eric, nakamute ka.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to hear that. Like, for you guys, I just wish you well. I just wish you well, and like, for me, I'll be always watching you guys and will be your number one supporter.
Thank you.
Okay, I have a question, guys. You have any PBA player in mind that maybe you want to compete or play with? I mean, looking at the crop of PBA players, is there any player that you say, yeah, I can do this guy, I can do this game, and maybe compete against him? Do you have anyone in mind?
One guy in mind is si Kuya L.A. Tenorio. I mean, the guy's been playing how long? He's Mr. Ironman sa Pilipinas. So just for the longevity that he's been playing from Ateneo, then to his Alaska stint now sa Ginebra, and just seeing him play as Gilas, like I'm definitely looking forward just not to only hopefully play with him, but also play against him where, I'm going to be able to learn a lot from him and just see his style of play and how he fits Tim Cohn's offense so well. And just that court general right there. Like that's like, one of those things that I look out in players and how they run their team, how they lead their team. And I think Kuya LA is just one of those guys who does just such a well job at it.
Lo, you have any player in mind?
I think probably a teammate of LA's Stanley Pringle. It's funny because my school is where he's from. He's originally from Norfolk, and I actually got to talk about being there. And then he told me that he was actually getting recruited by Old Dominion, and I knew the coach who was recruiting him, so it was a small world in that. But there we have a saying at ODU: accept the challenge, and that guy he's a problem on the court. And it was going to be a blessing to play against guys like him and other talented guards in the PBA and just learning from them and kind of just growing as a player. So I'm excited for the journey, and I can't wait for it to start.
All right, Alex, you have more questions in mind, I'm sure.
No, I really don't. I
I have a
basically hearing
question.
these
Actually,
guys.
I have a question
There you go.
with Loren because
Okay.
he said he is idolizing one of his player that looking up for the PBA is Stanley Pringle, which is we can compare to James Harden of the PBA because of the beard. Now, do you think whose PBA NBA player you can compare your game?
My game? In all honesty, I've been doing a lot of thinking about that. And I would say one guy that kind of stood out to me was Fred VanVleet. He was a tough-nosed guy. He just has a junkyard dog mentality. And any given night, he's giving you the bag. He's just getting into his tricks for offense, and then defensively, he's a tank. And he was a small guy from Wichita State, and now he had made a big jump to the NBA. So I kind of want to carry that sense of that underdog and that sense of hard work, that nothing's guaranteed, nothing's given to me, and I got to earn it. That's one guy I resonate with in the NBA.
Nice player.
LB, you have a similar answer to him?
For me, I think the way I play and how some guys described it was, I'm going a little throwbacks to see Steve Nash back then, is because you could see Steve Nash. I just love the way he played, and that's my mindset is I'll make that mid-range three-pointer, your layup. At the same time, I want to get the team involved. I want to push the ball up. I want to facilitate, be that court general, direct. And I just love that pick and roll. If I get that Amari Stoudemire with someone in the PBA, I think that we're going to be able to do a lot of damage. And it's just one of those where that's who I idolize, and that's how I try to translate my game to. And, just being that court general and just being able to lead and direct. And I just see that in Steve Nash. I just see that in myself as well.
Okay, this is my question of mine. When you were growing up, when every basketball player grows up, they have their idolized player. Like, I'm sure Alex and I are in the Michael Jordan generation.
That's right. Right.
But once you get to a level of a deeper learning of the game, you tend to watch more videos of other players that you would like to emulate, and then you gather those highlight videos. Those you study the footwork, the shot taking, the places that he takes inside the court. Who are those players growing up that you watched a lot of videos from and tried to learn from? Lo, you want to answer that?
Yeah, honestly, the first person I remember when I think about NBA basketball would be Kobe. I mean, I was always watching him when they were winning with the Lakers, and that's kind of the guy. Like, I remember the first time I started playing video games, he was the team I would always use. I would always use the Lakers, and I would score with Kobe. So
he's a Laker bum.
yeah, I've always been a Laker fan. So Kobe's because they're for me, most comfortable shoe. So one guy would be Kobe because how he approaches the game is just almost a sense of art and mastery, that he approaches it like almost like any form of art. Like, he would look at it, dissect it, see what went wrong, what went right. And there was one story I remember at Old Dominion, we had a speaker come in. He was the GM for the Lakers, I believe. No, not the Lakers, the Clippers, or he was the director of basketball operations. He came in and he was saying that he was running a camp with Kobe. And then Kobe saw a move by a high school player, and he just kept replaying it over and over again. And then after, the guy came up to him, he said, "Kobe, why were you looking at that?" He said, "I don't have that in my moves. I have to get it." He's like, how long are you going to practice for? Until. And he was like, "Until what?" He just said until, basically meaning until he got the move right.
Until he
So,
mastered it. Yeah, until he mastered it. Yep.
so for me, it's easily the Mamba mentality. So Kobe Bryant, definitely.
Okay, LB.
For me, growing up, like I said, Steve Nash, Jason Kidd, and then Allen Iverson were my three guys. Like, I mean, the way that they led their team, even you could even throw Chauncey Billups in there. I was a big Chauncey
There we
Billups.
go.
You know, just those kind of players.
The big shot.
Big shot.
Big shots, you know, make the right play, but they knew when they needed to take over. And I think that's what my dad preached on a bit, because the way he described the game to me growing up is the way it works is you involve your teammates first, and then once they start trusting you, take those shots. And it's just one of those where I see that in all those players with Steve, Chauncey, Jason Kidd, and Allen Iverson. They're going to make the right play, but when they feel the comfortability to, you know, take over the game or hit those big shots, they're gonna step up to that platform. So those are the guys I looked up to growing up as a kid, and just watching them play really, you know, put my mindset in how to approach the game.
Okay, lately, both of you guys were in the news. Okay, that's you guys are announcing that actually the media has announced that both of you are going to the draft. But we asked this to your dad a while ago. How does it feel that, I mean, do you now know how big your dad is in the Philippines with that article? His name is coming first.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, we've actually known it since we were growing up, because we would go to the PBA games, and then we would go in the dugouts, and then we would see the coaches and players. And of course, everything's new to us. Like, we weren't really familiar to PBA basketball like we know NBA basketball. But then after the game, we would see those same players and coaches, and then they would close out the restaurants, and I'm looking like, this guy's pretty serious. You know, he has a name for himself out
Big time.
Yeah, I was like, all the PBA coaches, and just hearing about the stories. Like, oh, I played against him, and I was like, oh, really? And he's like, yeah, I scored more points than him. I got the win, and I was like, oh, okay. So all those stories about those guys, it's always a fun time.
I think for me, when I started realizing it, because at first you can't really imagine as a kid like how big your dad's name is, but when we went back to Sambetta to watch,
in the house, he's your dad.
yeah,
For
and
others, he's a basketball player.
takes me to practices back then. So, but it really hit me when we were at Sambetta I think I was about like, I'd say 10 or 9 years old. And all the players start coming up to him. And I'm like, I assume, I was like, so I guess that's how they greet everybody. Because I don't know how it works. Like, I'm still.
You caught that.
Yeah, I was like, I asked him to speak to the team. And I was like, I guess they just do that to guys they like. And then it just got to a point where they asked for a whole group photo. And then like everyone shaking his hand, talking to him. And I was like, oh, so there's more to dad just than dad. Like, dad is more than what I see from him. So for me, that's when it started hitting me. And then even when we still go back to the Philippines, when he meets other coaches, meets other players, and then some people even recognize him who studied basketball back then or watched. Like, I remember we got an Uber, and then one guy just realized who my dad was, that he started freaking out. And I was like, I remember I was like, oh man, like this is crazy. So,
okay. Okay. Well, have you seen any video or clipping or any how does it? Okay, this is the thing. How does your dad describe to you how he plays?
Yeah,
I mean, we had the clipping,
and maybe Coach Emmer, as our historian right here, could tell you as well.
So guys, both of you have no idea how your dad played basketball.
No video.
He sure does.
No video.
That's the thing.
He's gonna
His
tell you
height
right
is only
now.
5'10". He's a high leaper. In present PBA player, I compare him to Scotty Thompson. You know Scotty Thompson of Ginebra?
Tough,
Opo.
tough guy. He's tough.
That's the
Scotty
way your
Thompson's tough.
father played basketball before.
Coach
Is
Emel.
it right, Coach Louie?
I'm better sure than him.
There we go.
Seguro.
Physicality. Oh, seriously, because you know what, man, I can't like see the rim so big, so I can make it just like that anytime.
There we go. We have some
Coach
trash
Louie.
talking here.
Coach Louie. No, hold up, Coach Louie. So you're saying you can do this to? So you're saying you could do this to Scotty Thompson?
Barbecue chicken.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm in medical. I don't lick because maybe there's a bacteria on my hand.
Oh, come on, you're home. I'm talking about that's what you do when you compete against another player. You're gonna eat them up.
Oh no, yeah. But I don't have, I just keep it to myself with a smile. That's it.
Okay. Very humble.
Yeah, seriously, that's the way I am. I made a shot. I got smile a little bit, and that's it. Keep going.
Okay, Sir Louie, do you see some similarities of any PBA player to your kids?
Oh yeah, with the move, like Loren, share how he played. The way I look at it, the way he plays like Westbrook.
Okay.
Oh, PBA.
Wow. PBA.
Oh, I thought PBA. You know what? I never really follow much the PBA since I'm over here, and it become somehow like more on the NBA.
How about PBA players that you played before? Maybe you can have a good comparison from some PBA players that you were playing against, like Hector Calma, or
it can be a hack because of the
Samboy Lim, no.
Yeah, because
Alex Crisano.
And Alex Crisano,
No.
boy.
Just right here, buddy. Just right here.
It's kind of like different because like I said, way back then, it's not like the game right now that they are moving their system. So the similarity is totally different way back then because our game is different.
Much different.
Yeah, it's totally different, and there's no comparison. Before, there's no Iverson style. It's just only you dribble straight. That's it. Little things like that, they will call. So it's more complicated way back then when you are dribble. Because right now, you have a flexibility, to move the ball around like this, and they will let you have it. Before, it's totally different. So the comparison that, on the PBA, right now, maybe there's some, but I'm not watching. So I'm so sorry if, I cannot compare them, to any PBA.
That is fair. But anyway, since we approach our hour already, I want to ask the two incoming rookies. Give me your pitch to PBA teams why they should draft you. Okay, who's gonna go first? The older sibling or the younger one?
Age before beauty or beauty before age?
I mean, it's both categories for me. So, I mean,
give us your pitch. Why would
there you go?
If you are in front of a PBA team right now, or like Coach Emmer right here, what will you say to him? Why you should draft me?
For me, from the style I play, and also just I'm a hardworking player. I'll give you my 110% for practice, games. I know the role that the team wants me in, and I'm going to play to the best of my ability to that role. I'm a team player. I want us to see us win, and then with that mindset coming in, I feel like I could, spread that kind of that mindset amongst all my teammates and just build it together so that we could have a successful season or even conference after conference and after conference. I'm just here to play, like what Mr. Alex said about the whole limelight. I'm not part of any of that. I'm just here to play basketball and just win us games. And that's what, I hope that you guys could see that in me.
Lo?
I think to piggyback what Louis said, I'm hardworking. I come every day. I do my job 110%, all effort. And I think one big thing is I'm coachable. I don't have an ego where I know more than other people. If someone's telling me I'm wrong, I'm willing to accept at fault and learn from it.
Yeah.
And also, I'm always trying to get better. So I'm always seeking out advice. I'm always trying to, at the same time, I'm a competitor. I get other people better. And if people aren't feeling it that day, I'm going to make sure I can get the best out of them. If that's, I have to start competing a little harder, have to make more shots than them, and I'll let them know. But for my skill set, I think that I could help the team because I can facilitate as well as I can spread the floor with shooting. And defensively, I can guard 1 through 4. And we could do switches and obviously can get into defensive schemes, but that's just my pitch at the end of the day.
1 to 4. So Alex is not in your list.
Probably
No.
It'd probably be a little bit
more of a hack.
There you go, Alex. There you go.
I didn't hear that. Say that again.
I said, pull a hack-a-shack on you, send you to the free throw line.
I got better free throws than Shaq. My percentage is 79% from the free throw line.
There you go.
Exactly. For a big man, I'm 79%. It's in the PB archives. I got it. But what I wanted to say to you is you are getting mentally prepared for this. Your father's supporting you 110% as much as you're putting in the effort. Guys, I wish you nothing but the best. Every aspect of the game, the giving, not just the getting, the giving back. You got to learn. This is one thing. You got to give back. You got to actually help others too, not just yourselves, and get into situations like this. This is a blessing passed from one generation to another, from your fathers to yous now. Yous are going to relive it. And I wish you nothing but the best. And before I tell you this, when I signed my contract with Inebra, they had me sing the Bayon McGill. They should have you sing the Bayon McGill when you sign a contract with a PB18. What do you think?
National anthem.
No? The national anthem. What do you think?
I think
Bayang Magiliw and Bahay Kubo, Alex. Bahay Kubo and Bayang Magiliw.
Bayon McGill. I did. I learned it. I did sing it in front of the management. They were surprised. I mean, it wasn't perfect because some of the words in Tagalog were sobrang selalim. So when I said it, they were like, male. I was like, but come on, I did my best. They were like, okay, sign the contract. At least I tried. So, I just say embrace what you already know what you're getting into, because you already know. Your father's well-groomed with this. Embrace it. And the country loves basketball. They're going to love you. And you love them back. And you'll have a long, prosperous career that your father will enjoy. And you can all have fun. Relive. Yeah. Your father's going to relive his life through yous and make him proud. And I'm sure you would make him proud. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just saying it's very heartwarming to have your father there with you, and you're gonna make him proud. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm happy. Keep it Brill. All right, keep it Brill.
We will.
And I think you guys have to go out there. Your dad is telling us his war stories in basketball, and when you get to his age, you're gonna tell yours.
Of course.
You're going to create your war stories.
That's right.
Alex, Alex has a lot of war stories.
Oh my God. On and off the court. Oh my gosh.
One of the most colorful
God.
personalities in the
Thank God,
history
man.
of the
Thank
PBA.
God. Yes. Thank God. Thank
And
God is good, man. Let me tell you, God is good. He's been real good to me, man. Thank God.
he is now on the age that he's telling it, and he's living a great
Living proof. I'm living
living
proof of
proof,
what I went
great
through,
memories.
and I'm still got a head full of hair at the age of 45, and my mouth full of teeth. So I'm thankful. God has been good to me. God has been good to me.
Okay, the last question is for the father. Okay, Sir Louie, Coach Louie,
Yes.
if you're gonna pitch your sons to the PBA teams, what would you say to them? Why would they draft your sons? Wait, you can do a LaVar Ball type of marketing for
The ball.
The only
Not in
thing
them.
I probably in mind right now to share is they got also the mentality of me, because I share with them the experience and knowledge in basketball. And if our country able to see me and utilize me and become prosperous, and that's what I'm pitching to all the teams, hopefully that they can see me as well, aside from them being here in United States, learn basketball, and then share what they have over here in order for the team able to innovate somehow and expand their knowledge by them sharing what experience they have from here and bring it to the Philippines. And it's a both win-win situation for the team, because they get the knowledge that they have over here to share to the team, which might be somehow helping them to elevate the performance of the team, and as well as their service being a player. And if they become versatile and adopt the Philippine way as well as the US way, I think that's the best thing that the coaches can look and see if they can bring my kids in.
And with that, thank you so much, Sir Louie. And the comparisons with you and LaVar Ball, you got a game compared to him.
Okay.
LaVar
You got
doesn't
better
have a game
stats.
to back it up.
You got better stats.
Got better stats, and of course, the humility is there as well. But
Okay.
anyway, with that, sir, where
Yes. Before we end it, I would like to thank you guys, and especially the a message that the living legend Alex share to my kids. I would like personally thank you from the experience that you gave it to them. And I think my boys also can say thank you to our viewers and to all the panels of this Zoom. Thank you very much.
and
Thank
we'll give each of your kids. Uh, they're not kids anymore. Come on, they're men. But
Yeah, they
okay.
are.
Any parting messages that you can send to everyone here?
I just want to thank you guys for the hour of the conversation. I've learned a lot, and it was nice to see all different opinions, different styles, and kind of different approaches, but all at the same time, just kind of bettering us and bettering our viewers. Just understanding that it's always bigger than us at the end. So
Mhm.
I want to say maraming salamat po. Diyos di aking kini apo.
That's a
And
record.
Yan.
oh,
Yan.
I got it.
Hindi ganyan, pare. Masarap Oh, hold up. Masarap mag-Tagalog, pare.
Ako din, maraming salamat po sa lahat ninyo. Thank you again for having me dito sa conversation, including us interviewing us. I appreciate it. I learned a lot. and hearing from what you guys experiences, the questions you also asked us made me also rethink some certain things, think more on how to approach the game. I just thank you all for just having us. And then also sa Ilocano din sa Diyos di Agnina Apo, also means thank you or salamat po din. So maraming salamat sa lahat ninyo.
And
Galing.
I will give every co-host of mine the chance to say their parting words. Let's go with Aldrin of 3B Hoops first.
Yun nga, so yun, sabihin ko lang yung sinabi kong tagline kasi bagay na bagay talaga. Kasi too strong, too fast, too big. And then, hintayin natin yung 2 Brill sa PBA.
Yan. Ganda. Ganda, bro.
2 Brill.
Ganda. 2 Brill. Keep it Brill. Yeah. I'm with that.
And PH Sports Bureau, Mark Sotelo.
Thank you again, Coach Ernest, Coach Emer, Coach Louie, and sa kanyang dalawang anak. Hopefully, makita namin kayo sa PBA anytime soon. And then kay Coach Eric, and syempre kay Living Proof, Alex Crisano, and also kay Aldrin. Salamat. Sana kita-kita ulit tayo. Thank you po sa inyong pag-imbita.
Coach Emer, kumbinsido ka na i-draft tong mga to.
Yeah, kaya good luck to both of you. And I know your father, Coach Louie Brill, is very excited to see you play in the Philippines, especially the PBA. And to Ernest, to Mark, Aldrin, Alex, and to Coach Eric.
Mga fans mo.
Si Alan Asque, baka makalimutan na naman.
Oo,
Gusto
yung
mga
fans mo na nagpapabaki lagi.
Si Coach Alan Asque is in California. Coach Louie Brill, father niya si Coach Asque before, si Alan. I don't know kung na-meet mo siya during your basketball days.
Probably so. He called him Boy Asque?
Yes, Boy Asque.
Yeah. I think siya
nagdala. Si Coach Boy Asque. Coach.
Boy Asque is the one brought JB Angus to Sambeda.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, Alan Asque.
Yeah.
Magtampo ka na naman, di ka na binate.
Si Jake, yeah.
Yes, Jake. Again, good luck to both of you. See you.
Coach Eric?
Oh, wait. Nothing but the best, guys. Like, at least I had an experience to get these boys watch them play in my team, won the championship. So nothing but the best. And like I said, sabi ni Aldrin, like 2 Brill. But actually, yung 3B hoops, kala ko nga 3 Brill yun eh. 3 Brill hoops. So,
tatlong Brill lang nandito.
Exactly. It's all about, I'm really happy about how did Coach Louie work hard for his son, to be able to be in this position. So wala naman kaming ibang ina-expect kundi to be always to, for the success of this, for the kids, not only from these 2 brothers, but the girls as well. So
yeah,
like I said, guys, you take care.
Family.
Make sure that, dito natin nakikita na how did actually really Coach Louie molded these boys, and I saw it, and so actually I see in my own eyes. So of course, what will I expect is for them to be successful in their endeavor. So guys, get it, all right, go get it.
And finally, the living proof, Alex Crisano.
My man.
Well, listen, kids, I'm very happy for you. You're gonna live your dream. Remember, just stay humble and always, think before you do. You got your family there. You're lucky. You're lucky that you got your family still with you. They're gonna keep you grounded. Your father's definitely gonna keep you grounded. Just like I said, you're gonna get a lot of love. You got to give a lot of love back. You got to give everybody what they deserve, what they're going to give you. That's what kept me going for so many years, is the love. of the game and giving back. Just take care of yourselves. Keep level-headed. Be that sponge. Represent the Brills. Keep it Brill, man. I like that. It's definitely a.
Alex, come on, man.
That was nice. Yeah, keep it Brill.
Come on, Alex. Don't let the Wi-Fi disappoint us.
PLDT.
What happened?
Is the
I could tell you where you're gonna play for, but I'll tell you this right now. It's gonna ruin with the fans are gonna look. But good luck. I want to thank everybody, BH Sports, 3B Hoops, Eric.
Oh yeah, BH Sports.
Ernest,
Shout out. Thank you, Mark.
Emerson, the Brills, and of course the host with the most, with the hats and all the trophies in the back.
I know.
The main man, Ernest.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
You're saying that this is like the last time that you're gonna be with us, Alex. Come on.
No.
We're gonna have more interviews.
I'm just making you look pretty every time. What you talking about? I'm
There
making
you go.
look gorgeous, baby.
Not
man.
pretty. Wow, pretty.
pretty gorgeous. It's still pretty.
Anyway, keep it Brill, man. I like that.
Keep it Brill.
Keep it Brill, man.
Keep it Brill.
Salute
Man, you're
y'all.
just trying to introduce another podcast, Alex.
Come
like
on,
you
let's
might
go.
see
I
Coach
see you got
Louie
some
doing
arms
that.
there.
Hey,
Louie Brill, what you got?
yeah, you guys,
Come on,
you gotta
man.
keep it Brill, guys. You gotta.
And with that, my friends, everyone who watched with us as well, and of course, to all our subscribers and our likers on Facebook, please do like Sports on Air, Peach Sports Bureau, and 3B Hoops on Facebook, and also subscribe to our YouTube channels as well. If you haven't, please do. And my name is Ernest Hernandez. I have two things to say to you right now. Keep it real. Keep it Brill. And of course, stay safe and God bless.
Keep it Brill.
Thank you for watching. Click the subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified with our latest videos.